Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will going to discuss about the combustion calculation. So this topic comes under fuels and combustion, and in this topic we will going to learn how to calculate the amount of oxygen which is required for the combustion. So let us start the video. So before moving ahead, we need to learn some points. Number 1, presence of combustible material like carbon, sulfur, hydrogen, etc. It means that for calculating the amount of oxygen required for combustion, it is necessary to check whether the fuel contain a combustible substance or not. So we need to consider only the combustible elements like carbon, sulfur and hydrogen. Second point, attainment of ignition temperature. Yes, for the combustion it is required that fuel should attain its ignition temperature. Presence of air. Air supports the burning. So for combustion, presence of air is must. Next, oxygen needs to be removed from the required amount if it is present in the fuel constituent. What does it mean? It means that oxygen supports the combustion. So the amount of oxygen which is required for the combustion is calculated as the amount of oxygen needed. But if in case a fuel already contains some amount of oxygen, let it may contain X amount of oxygen. So this oxygen which is already present in a fuel as a constituent, it should be removed from the amount of oxygen needed. Now next, element like nitrogen should not be considered. Since nitrogen is not combustible, so it will not consume any oxygen. So hence it should be avoided. Similarly, ash, moisture, and oxide should not be considered during the calculations as these do not require oxygen for combustion. We should keep in mind that air contains 23% of oxygen and 21% of oxygen by volume. So by weight, air contains 23% of oxygen and by volume it contains 21% of oxygen. So this is the multiplication factor which we need to be considered during the calculation of oxygen by weight and by volume. Next, conversion of volume of air into weight of air or vice versa can be done by using density of air. For example, the density of air is 28.94 upon 22.4. Here 28.94 is the molar mass and 22.4 is the molar volume. So if in a case if the data provided is in grams and we need to calculate the weight as well as the volume of air, so in that case we will going to use this density formula. Now calculation of air quantities will follow law of definite proportion, law of gaseous volume and Avogadro's laws. Since we are here to calculate the amount of air, that is amount of oxygen required for combustion, so the amount of oxygen required for combustion can be calculated in 3 units. Number 1, by weight if the fuel is solid, number 2 by moles if the fuel is liquid, and number 3 by meter cube, that is in volume, if the fuel is in gaseous state. So depending upon the amount provided, we will going to follow these law. Let us move forward. Let us see what are the guidelines for calculation. So we need to follow these guidelines before moving ahead. Number 1, determine the amount of various combustible substance present in the given fuel. So first point is the fuel which is provided to us. In that we need to calculate the amount of combustible substance. For example, how much amount of carbon is present or how much amount of hydrogen is present. So XYZ, whatever the constituents are provided, so first step we need to calculate their amounts. Then after getting the amounts, we have to write the balanced chemical equation for all the combustible substances. Then after writing the balanced chemical equation, we will get an idea that how much amount of oxygen is required for the combustion. So by getting it, after getting this, we will going to calculate the required oxygen for complete combustion of the fuel, either by weight or by volume or by mole. So it will depend upon the question that either we need to calculate by weight or by volume or by moles. If in case we need to calculate by weight, then we have to consider the milligrams of the substance or grams of the substance. If in case we need to calculate the volume, then we have to consider the meter cube. If in case it is a liquid fuel, then we will going to calculate through moles. Then next point, we have to calculate the total oxygen required by adding up the oxygen requirement for individual combustible substance. So once we will get the individual amount of oxygen required for the combustion of constituents, then we will going to add up all the amount of oxygen which is required. After doing this, we have to calculate the net oxygen required. How we will going to calculate the net oxygen required? It is done by subtracting the total oxygen required and the amount of oxygen already present in the fuel. As I have already told you that if in case oxygen is already present in the fuel, then we need to subtract this amount of oxygen which is already present, because it is that amount of oxygen which is not required in the combustion. And finally, we will going to convert the net oxygen required into total air requirement. So here in this point, we will going to use the multiplication factor. That is, air contained 23% of oxygen by weight and air contained 21% of oxygen by volume. So depending upon the amount asked, that is depending upon the unit in which it is being asked. For example, if it is being asked in weight, then we will going to consider 23% of oxygen, and if it is asked in volume, then we will going to consider 21% of oxygen. So by knowing all these guidelines, let us move towards the approaches of calculation. In this particular video, we will going to study the approach 1, that is the combustion calculations by weight. So here in this calculation, we are considering the fuel as a solid. So for example, if suppose there is a fuel, and in this fuel we have carbon, hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen as the fuel constituent. So our first step of the guideline was we have to first calculate the amount. So here, for example, carbon is present A grams, hydrogen is present B grams, sulfur is present in C grams and oxygen is present as D grams. Okay. Then the second step, we have to write the combustion equations. So we will going to consider only combustible elements. So here in this question, carbon is combustible, hydrogen is combustible and sulfur is also combustible. So we will going to consider all the three constituent. But we will not consider oxygen here. Why? Because oxygen supports the burning and this oxygen is already present in the fuel, so it is not required anywhere for the combustion. So this is the D gram of oxygen which is given here, which is already present. We need to subtract this amount by the weight of oxygen required, from the weight of oxygen required. So let us first talk about the combustion equations. So carbon will show combustion like this, C plus O2 gives CO2. Hydrogen will show combustion like this, H2 plus half O2 gives H2O. And sulfur will show combustion like this, that is S plus O2 gives SO2. Now the next step, we have to calculate the weight of oxygen required in grams. So what will be the weight of oxygen required for the combustion of carbon? So in case of carbon, as you can see, 1 mole of carbon require 1 mole of oxygen. So 1 mole of carbon has 12 grams and 1 mole of oxygen has 32 grams. So the formula to calculate the oxygen will be molar mass of oxygen, that is 32, upon molar mass of carbon, that is 12, into amount of carbon given, that is A. So this will be the formula. So what is the molar mass of oxygen? 32. Molar mass of carbon is 12. So 32 by 12 into amount of fuel given, that is A. A is the amount of carbon given. Now in the similar way, we will going to calculate the oxygen required for other fuels. Now the second fuel is hydrogen. So the combustion equation for hydrogen is H2 plus half O2. So here half moles of oxygen is required for 1 mole of hydrogen. So the half mole of oxygen has the molar mass of 16. So 16 upon molar mass of hydrogen, that is 2, into amount of hydrogen given. So the amount of hydrogen given is B. So our formula will be 16 upon 2 into B. Similarly, we will going to calculate the weight of oxygen required for sulfur. So here 1 mole of sulfur require 1 mole of oxygen for complete combustion. So 1 mole of oxygen has 32 grams. Similarly, 1 mole of sulfur also has 32 grams. So 32 upon 32 into amount of sulfur given, that is C. So C is the amount of sulfur which is provided. So in this way, we will going to calculate the weight of oxygen required. So let A dash is the weight of oxygen required for carbon, B dash is the weight of oxygen required for hydrogen, and C dash is the weight of oxygen required for sulfur. So the total weight of oxygen which is required for the calculation is A dash plus B dash plus C dash. Now this is the total weight, but we have to calculate the net weight. Why? Because oxygen which is already present in the fuel, it is not consuming anywhere. So we have to subtract it. So our net weight will be, total weight will be A dash plus B dash plus C dash, it is equals to T grams. So weight of oxygen already present in the fuel is D grams. So we have to subtract this D grams from the total amount of oxygen. So we will get the net weight of oxygen. So after getting the net weight of oxygen, we will calculate the weight of air. So for weight of air, we know that air contain 23% of oxygen by weight. So we will going to use this multiplication factor, that is 100 upon 23. So we will going to multiply this 100 upon 23 into the net calculated weight of oxygen. So let the answer is N and so let the answer will be N dash grams. So this is how we will have to calculate the weight of oxygen required. So what we have done? We have taken the fuel, we have taken its grams amount. Then what we did? We have written the combustion equations, and through combustion equation we have calculated the weight of oxygen. Now total weight of oxygen is then subtracted by the from it we have subtracted the weight of oxygen already present to get the net weight. After getting the net weight, we have calculated the theoretical weight of oxygen. So N is equal N into 100 upon 23. It is equals to N dash grams. So this will be our theoretical weight of air. So let us solve one numerical. Suppose this is the question. The percentage composition of coal sample is carbon 80%, hydrogen 4%, oxygen 3%, nitrogen 3%, sulfur 2%, ash 5%, and moisture 3%. So as we know that before doing the calculation, we should consider some guidelines. So guidelines were like, we have to calculate the fuel, we have to take up the fuel. So here in this question, what are the fuels? What are the combustible substances? Carbon, hydrogen, and sulfur. Since oxygen is not involved in the combustion, it is the extra amount of oxygen, so this we need to subtract. Nitrogen is inert, it does not undergo the combustion, so we will not going to consider it. Similarly, ash and moisture is also rejected or avoidable. So in our given fuel, we have to calculate the quantity of air required for complete combustion of 1 kg of coal. Condition is if 60% excess air is supplied. So let us solve this numerical. So what are the constituents which we need to consider? Carbon, hydrogen, sulfur. Since carbon is combustible, its amount is 80%. We have to calculate the weight of air. So we will going to convert this 80% into grams. So 80% is equals to 800 grams. Similarly, 4% is equals to 40 grams. 2% is equals to 20 grams. And oxygen 3% it is equals to 30 grams. So second thing is that we have to write the combustion equation. So the combustion equation of carbon is C plus O2 gives CO2. Hydrogen is H2 plus half O2 gives H2O. And for sulfur is sulfur plus O2 gives SO2. Now here, weight of oxygen required for combustion for carbon will be molar mass of oxygen, that is 32 upon molar mass of carbon, that is 12, into amount of carbon given, that is 800. So this is the formula. Similarly, for hydrogen, it will be 16 upon 2 into 40. For sulfur is 32 upon 32 into 20. This oxygen is extra, so we have to subtract it from the weight of oxygen needed. So 32 upon 12 into 800 will give the weight of oxygen required for carbon. 16 upon 2 into 40 will give the weight of oxygen required for hydrogen. And 32 by 32 into 20 will give us the weight of oxygen required for sulfur. So we're going to add up all the weights. So net oxygen required will be We will going to add all the oxygen required, and then we will going to subtract the oxygen which is already present. So it was 30 grams. So by subtracting it, we will get the answer 2443.3 grams. So this is the net oxygen required for the given fuel. Now we have to calculate the weight of air, that is quantity of air. So quantity of air will be net oxygen into 100 upon 23. Why? Because air contained 23% of oxygen by weight. Now what is this factor 160 upon 100? As it is given that 60% excess of air is supplied. So for 60%, we actually each and every combustion requires 100% oxygen, right? And 60% is excess to it. So 100 plus 60 will be 160. So 160 upon 100, this is the multiplication factor which we need to consider during the calculation. So for 60% excess of air, we have to multiply this 160 upon 100 into the theoretical quantity of air required. So our overall answer will be 16996.9 grams. So we can reduce it to kg also. So this is how we have calculated the weight of air required for combustion for given fuel. Let us solve one more question. A sample of fuel having following percent composition. Here carbon is 72%, hydrogen is 5%, oxygen is 4%, nitrogen 2, sulfur 3, ash, moisture is given. So here also we will going to consider only carbon, hydrogen and sulfur. Nitrogen is inert, it will not show combustion, ash is not considered, moisture is not considered. Again in this fuel, look, oxygen is given. So this oxygen we have to subtract. So again we will going to convert the percentage into grams first. So carbon will be 720 grams, hydrogen 5%, so it will be 50 grams, sulfur 30 grams, oxygen 40 grams. Again we will going to write the combustion equation and we will going to calculate the weight of oxygen needed. So weight of oxygen needed will be 12 upon 12, 32 upon 12 into 720 for carbon, 16 into 2 into 40 for hydrogen, 32 by 32 into 30 for sulfur. So this is the total weight of oxygen required for combustion. We will calculate the net weight by subtracting the oxygen which is already present in the fuel. It is 40. So we will get the total amount of oxygen required will be 2310. From this we will going to calculate the air. So air will be net oxygen into 100 upon 23. That is 10043.5 grams. We can reduce it to 10.04 kg. We can also use density formula. Let us solve one more numerical. Calculate the weight and volume of air required for the combustion of 1 kg of carbon. So here 1 kg of carbon is our fuel and we have to calculate weight as well as volume of air required. So here the constituent is only carbon. Its amount is given 1 kg, so we can convert it into 1000 grams. Combustion equation is written here. So what will be the weight of oxygen required? Molar mass of oxygen, that is 32, upon molar mass of carbon, that is 12, into amount of carbon given, that is 1000. So this will be the weight of oxygen required. Now since you can see that 1 mole of carbon required 1 mole of oxygen. So 1 mole of any gas at NTP contains 22.4 liters of its volume. So we can say that it is equals to 22.4 liters. Now theoretical oxygen requirement will be for 1 kg of carbon will be 266 grams. Thus, the air requirement for complete combustion of 1 kg of carbon will be 2667 grams into 100 upon 23. So this was our weight of oxygen required. It is found to be 2667 grams. So weight of oxygen is converted into weight of air by multiplying it with the 100 upon 23 factor as we did in previous numerical. Now we have calculated the weight of air, but in this question we have to calculate the volume as well. So here for calculating the volume we will going to apply density formula. We know that molar mass upon molar volume is equals to molar mass upon molar volume at NTP. So this is at NTP And this is the molar mass and molar volume which we have to calculate. So here small m is the theoretical mass of air required, which we have calculated. So it was found to be 11590 grams. Upon V will be the volume of air which we need to calculate. And this is from density formula. So we can calculate V by shifting all these values. And finally we will get the answer 8890 liters. Why we will get the answer in liters? Because you can see that the mass which we have calculated is in grams. This is the molar mass at NTP. Its unit is grams per mole. So here this gram and this gram will be cancelled out. This mole and this mole will be cancelled out. So the answer unit will be liters. So by using density formula, we can easily calculate the weight and volume of the fuel simultaneously. So here in this question, we have to calculate the weight and volume. So we have first calculated the weight in this way. The weight was found to be 11590, that is small m. By using this formula, we will going to keep the small m value here and we will calculate the small v. So we will get the volume of air for the given fuel. So the unit will be liters. So this is how we have calculated the weight of oxygen and weight of air required for the combustion. Thank you.